and welcome to this edition of Peak Life. I'm Karen Myers. Today we're going to be talking about the planetarium. And joining me is Alex Schmidt with Parks, Recreation, and Tourism. Welcome.
Hi, I'm glad to be here.
So at the risk of dating myself, because I remember being in school and going to the planetarium, how old is the planetarium?
Well, the planetarium opened right back in 1963.
Wow.
It opened right after a lot of the space race craze, and specifically a lot of the funding initially came from when Sputnik was launched. So it was all kind of
everybody had an interest.
By it.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
Exactly. People wanted to learn about space.
So what makes the city's planetarium unique?
Well, I've worked at a couple different planetariums, and what I could tell you about a lot of those is a unique system or a unique projector, a unique kind of presenting style. What kind of makes Chesapeake the most unique, though, I think is the generational history of this planetarium. Because it's so old and so many people in Chesapeake have been at it a lot of the times.
Definitely. And their children have been there.
Exactly, yeah. There's people coming to these shows that are bringing their kids for the first time to see the planetarium show. So this kind of generational loyalty and generational shows have kind of inspired me to make better shows as well, because there's such a long history of how many different shows people have already seen. So keep making shows and keep making it unique for this generational kind of loyalty has made this planetarium super unique so far.
So what type of shows are there? Because I know, like, back in the day, you know, you would learn about the solar system and the Orion's belt and things like that. So what kind of shows is the planetarium offering now?
So we offer live shows and movies at the moment. Our live shows are what we call edutainment, which is a very fun word. It's really just a mashup of education and entertainment. That way you come, you learn something, but you also have a lot of fun at the same time. But then we also do offer movies that are full dome movies, so our entire dome gets taken up by these movies, so you can look around the entire show and learn about new topics, not only about space, but about different topics as well. We're doing hopefully one here in the future about the Arctic as well. It'll be a full dome movie as well.
Nice. So why is this great for families?
So it's really good for families, not only because it is this edutainment style, because even if you're an adult and you know everything already, it's still entertaining.
Yes,
it's still meant to be
definitely.
fun and entertaining. But space as a concept is, I think, really universal to any kind of ages. From anyone from a 5-year-old to a 60-year-old can still learn something new and still find something out new about space, because everybody always likes space.
And when you're in there, you feel like you are in space.
Yes, yep. The full dome is completely envelops the entire sky, and we always make it dark in there, so it is super dark when where you're sitting and you look up, and no matter where you look, you will find space.
So what's the most popular show right now?
Oh, that is a great question on what our shows are. So our shows, at the moment, we're making brand new shows constantly with our new programs. So I'm not sure they have an exact favorite show, but I think the show that definitely people signed up for the quickest was the Christmas show.
Right, I will say it sold out pretty quick.
Almost instantly. So our Santa's trip around the world, I think, was definitely one of the more popular ones. But my personal favorite, I think the one people really enjoyed, was especially our Winter Sky show, where we talked about like Orion and the Winter Hexagon and the stories behind those as well.
So what changes, and again, since 1963, I won't ask you to list them all, but what changes lately has the planetarium made?
So the planetarium being almost completely renovated. So the entire dome has been completely repainted and sanded down after many years of dust.
I can imagine.
The entire walls around the room itself have also been repainted, and we've taken out things like the old benches. So originally the planetarium was just a circle of seats, but now it is all facing one direction, which is more akin to a modern planetarium theater that lets us show a lot more cooler movies and do cooler things with our shows. But we do eventually we'll have brand new seating, so the seats we have in there are temporary. We're going to get nice new seating that actually lean back properly, so it stops hurting everybody's neck. But we're also getting a brand new planetarium system completely. So for context, the planetarium system we run on now runs on Windows 7, which is a little dated.
A few Windows back.
So we're getting a brand new system with brand new computer and brand new projectors. So our current projectors only run about 1080p, which is really just the resolution of a normal computer monitor. So you got to imagine a computer monitor is about this big,
And
and
then
our
stretched
dome
out
is
over, yeah.
our
So
dome
I
is
can
30
see
feet
the
across.
benefit of,
and the
of
giant,
updating that.
Yeah, so we'll get a brand new projector that projects into much higher quality and will allow us to do much cooler things with it.
So does someone need a reservation, and is there a cost associated with going to see a show?
Yes, it depends on the show you're seeing. So any of our live shows do have a cost. It is $3 for residents and $5 for non-residents. You do have to reserve ahead of time, obviously. There is limited seating in there, which can all be found on places like our website for registration. We do have free shows currently. Those are our movies.
Nice.
Those do still require reservations because, again, we have limited seating, but those are free to anyone who wants to sign up.
And where can they find out about that? Like, if I wanted to see a movie at the planetarium, would I go to Parks Recreation page on the website
Yep.
on cityofchesapeake.net?
Yep.
And go find Parks and Recreation, and probably on their Facebook as well.
Yep, most all our stuff is posted on Facebook, so you can find the shows, and then you'll find links directly to those shows on the Facebook page. And if you want to learn information about when the shows are happening, it is also posted on our monthly newsletter as well when those shows are happening.
Okay, great. And one last question.
Yeah, go for it.
What tip can you give someone before they go to see a show?
Be ready for a dark environment.
Nice.
There's not much you
Right.
need to do for prep. We do also do things about 30 minutes before the show starts as well. We'll have things up in the dome. We'll have really fun music
So
playing.
arrive a little
And
early.
all kinds of activities. We're working on activities to have for people to play with. So you can always arrive a little early. There's always something for you to
Wonderful.
do while you're there.
Great. Well, thank you, Alex. This has been so much fun. I'm looking forward to checking out some of the shows.
Yeah, we're excited to do even more shows.
Great. Thank you again.
Yeah, of course.
And thank you for joining us on this edition of Peak Life, and we'll see you next time.